Valda to have a peek over the half wall.
Yeah, this is, OG just, okay. Hello.
And Molotov behind the new box, and Madden is burning. He's burning alive. He needs to get out of there. And he may be baited by Sunny. And if Sunny can get some kills, it'll be worthwhile. But he instantly gets decapitated by Alexi. And in doing so, OG have taken control of the site. Post-plant comes in. They don't even have flashbangs that they can toss in either. Basically, these two players for OG, unless they trip over each other, this should be a done deal. This should be locked in. Alexi B pushes the one giant step towards the win. And there is another one. Stiko, try as he may on 12 HP. He is living on borrowed time, and Valda will put the last nail. Stiko can be the more expendable player pushing in. Madden, tank down to 43. Early doors over on the B side. Moving into the stack, though. Littered with plenty of threats, plenty of issues. Big entry, though, from Mantu, but that is the only kill they've picked up as of yet. And Madden can stay perched up on the box. It's a difficult position to deal with, but Alexi just takes the fight to him. And that's because they had smoked off coffins in CT. It afforded them that luxury. They're still not completely out of this round. And keep in mind, the economy of the CTs is still in rough shape. But Zen on the coffin.
There from FBX.
Sunny already fully blinded and fully wrecked. But yeah, maybe we'll flirt with the idea of actually now we'll just pull back. We need to save these guns. It's way more important.
Yeah, with the way the loss bonus is situated right now, and his muscles a little bit with the AWP already this game. Zen already at his 4 kills as well with Sunny. So both sides still, they pick the right time to do it because it's a triple B stack, and no one's rotated off of it yet with FBX.
Oh, and Zen gets pummeled through the smoke as well, which puts more pressure on Stiko. Nice shot onto Mantu. Posted up in middle, but he already knows that A site has been razed to the ground, and that bomb will be planted momentarily. The off angle from Valdo, waiting and anticipating the rotation to come in. The up shot misses from Farlig, but isn't fully punished. 3v3, Stiko has the position. Maybe mollied off by Stiko. Now, Molly has extended, so Issa has to move out, and in doing so, gives himself away, but still...
An absolute necessity at this point. Again, their money is just in such a fragile state and has been for a couple of rounds now. Meanwhile, OG are flourishing at this point. They're up.
That will be a concerning state of affairs on FunPlus Phoenix. It's down to them to build the barricade, and Zen has done that. Clotheslines Lexi in midair.
Apartments at this point, which is going to be tough. Sicko has a dangerous angle to cover this location.
The timing's so brutal, but he still survived, and Madden really helps him out. Bodyguard.
While knowing that their other teammate could keep tabs on Archway. And while you might fear the worst for Sicko because he had to pull out an incendiary right at the wrong time, Maiden was there to cover him, and that was all that mattered. And Mantu, of course.
Been for Madden's double kill, Spray helping Sicko out. That could have been a whole different situation coming to light. Farlig aggression. Ooh. I was waiting for this. Waiting to
take because of that, though they will maintain control of construction.
Smoke's coming down a little bit too late, though, and they'd already proceeded the push. The flashes didn't really have as much effect as they were hoping for. And now Sunny can bull back to New Box, where a Molly is there waiting for him. Another flashbang up and over. This utility is absolutely on point from FPX, and it's kept OG stuck in the pool. And they may be about to drown by bullets if they're not careful, because the smoke is now fading. Alexi nearly transitions for a double spray.
They still have no idea.
Valda. Say again, sorry?
I thought they didn't have any idea about this player in dark, but now they do.
They realize it. With 10 seconds to go, Valda has to go in for some kills. The spray is labored, but doesn't really matter. There's 5 seconds to play with, and he just has to save the AK-47. So FPX have finally got 2 together.
Aggressive here at middle.
Plays that I'm looking for from a player of his stature, but he's going to have the aim alongside it. We know he can drill those rounds. He can win them single-handedly, but it may have done more damage than it's worth. It's completely backfired. They've lost 2 players straight away, and now some of those rifles have been picked up by the T, so they're using them against Zen. He has to try and hold the line by himself, but he just gets pummeled through the smoke with a flashbang alongside it. That is the other side of FPX and Madden in a nutshell. Sometimes it's genius, and sometimes it's lunacy.
I believe or something like that. Either way, it has completely backfired. OG will survive with all 5 players. They will pick up some free M4s.
PX in the apps. So OG, they're getting a lot of free map control.
Oh,
It's a
no.
nice re-peek from Farlig, but does he peek one too many times? A 1-for-1 trade may not be good enough for the CTs. They need more behind this. Madden's hiding in the smoke, but his teammate's gone down, and now he will strike. Pivot in for one. And a second, they're looking good with his crossfire, but his teammate, the Sticko's gone down. And Mini picked that spray transfer, the correction just at the end. The stray bullet hits Nico in the head. It's a 1-on-2 clutch. Antu is edging back towards Graveyard, and Madden comes out with the AWP. It's a 4K for him, and a round that just looks so grim for FPX when they lost Farlig on Arches.
Yeah, I mean, a 1-for-1 trade for OG up Archway and taking the Opper down, certainly massive, but Maiden finds the correct timing coming through the smoke at Arch.
So, already sitting pretty. Farlig, 3 kills to his name. It does feel like each and every one of those kills has been vastly impactful, but again, he gets caught out in the open. Zen pushes the smoke past Valda, then gets punished, and Stico up on the balcony, not for the first time, is having to do everything by himself. He's having to somehow hold the site while everything else has been razed to the ground. And Sunny may get the drop timing onto Valda. Indeed, he does. The HP advantage now actually...
Play pass, so that smoke's going to isolate the player in sight.
Time is ticking away, and they've got the last 2 frags. Will there be enough time, though, once the Molotov fades? Will they die to the Molotov? They had very close 1 HP left for Sunny, and that may have been good enough to save the round, and it is! 1 HP and 9 on the 2 of them!
As FPX are now well in contention again.
A real roller coaster of a best of 3 is now going heavily in favor of FPX, at least for this round. We didn't expect a great deal with the kind of assortment of weaponry that OG had, and it's gone as well as it could have for FPX. And Nico, well, he gets wall banged by Farlig, because why?
Kick this round off.
Farlig aggression down middle, not for the first time, and it's the same result. Picks off man.
From if you're OG, they're going to try to actually double back over to Banana side. Not a bad call, but look at Hayden sneaking through, catching Nico, lining up a smoke, but Valda there to cover the push for him, gets it back to even numbers.
Oh no, and Nico's gone in with another one. Traded away Farlig, this leaves it all on Stico. Now he's got the off-angle Graveyard. Maybe this could prove to be the difference maker as Stico comes in. 1 kill and tons of damage onto Alexi, who's been finished off, but with 10 seconds, there's enough time for the plant. It's another 2-on-2 currently reside. They do have a kit. They've got a flash that's now been tossed out. They're going for it. They want this round. And it's going to cost them at least 1 player, potentially both of them. Maybe Sunny can escape and salvage the AK-47. But that's yet to be decided. And Aoissa has made that decision. And he makes it with an... bit unorthodox for the time being of FPX, and Sunny may be called upon momentarily. This is where the MP9 shines. We saw the other side of the coin when Madden tried to get that longer range shot. Sunny, he's got himself 3 kills with the MP9. The SMG rips and tears.
Down deep in enemy territory with no chance at being reclaimed, and so FPX will certainly tie this thing up. And look at the repercussion.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt at all. I think this would be a fantastic resurgence. On the other side, though, if we're putting it in the context, OG, if they only do pick up 7 rounds, it'll be decent, and Valda puts a couple more players down, a couple more bodies.
Whole construction and try to set up for the retake. That's the best he can hope for, but they're pressuring, and he's forced to fall even further back into CT spawn.
They have is on Alexi, who's isolated by himself over on the CT side. So if he dies with the kit, as he has just done, they've got to make a move over there to pick that one up. And so much time has elapsed already that this is just completely and utterly collapsed. FPX not just take the round, but they
force OG to scramble too much. They're still holding position for the most part. Now Valde's in a tricky little spot here, but he gets his man and a second. And now things are looking quite grim for FPX.
Smoke extinguishing the Molotov instantly as they desperately tried to cling on to banana control. And so far...
But he was able to get some support from a flash inside to linger around and find himself a third before finally going down. Now FPX are trying to see what they can force through with their low numbers. They do find 1 entry here onto B, but they still have to worry about the player in the back. Looks like it's going to be Alexa B, and the clock is very much against them.
That's a great flashbang tossed in. And that finishes off Stico, who is already low. Farlig with 6 seconds to go. If he's going to plant the bomb, he has to stick it. And he tries to draw out the players into the open. Oh, that was so close. The transition on that spray.
Play spoiler.
That's a shot he should be landing. And Zen punishes Valda. Issa straight back in. Issa has been tagged though, and it's the MP9 at this range. Good luck, Nico. You better throwing insults at him than that, honestly. Mantu in the meanwhile though does at least put down Sunny, and the AWP will rattle off the frag. Looking good. Looking very good for OG. Looking down the round and potentially only one casualty. It will only be one casualty, and some of those we can
afford to spend a lot of resources to get some control and not follow it up immediately because then they'll have nothing left over. But that's a big kill for Maiden, which can completely change that.
Yeah, Matt is certainly sending a shiver down the collective spine of OG after that beautiful 1D. Good flashbang. Allows them to bridge the gap. Two players tripping over each other, but Mantu makes sure that the bullet does not miss. Valda burns alive. The double Molotov cooks him. But there is a good HE, a parting gift onto Zen and Sunny before the bomb plant comes in, and alongside that...
Really playing well. Meanwhile, you're seeing Mantu really struggle to gimmicky, which is why you saw them going for a boost inside the site with SSM4. But unfortunately, FPX, knowing that, plays it perfectly, and now they're able to get that entry onto A side. Only Nico is left. He's able to get his kill and get away towards Pit, knowing that our trap is very much a possibility, which is indeed going to be the case. He's trying to stay alive as he can. He's playing a nice little headshot angle here, and he's popping the domes of his opposition, buying time for a rotation from his teammates. And Nico, oh my goodness, Nico, he is absolutely lighting up the scoreboard. He'll do it all by himself.
Away from Nico. That is sublime. His aim there was pixel perfect. And now it's given his team not just the chance to come back into this game, but if you can't get inspired by the new guy into their team pulling off
perfectly, we already know Nico's up to the task. He's already done it last round.
Issa from the very same position. And now Nico can strike and pivot in with 2 and make it 3 more kills. This man...
Pop flash comes in, he picks the perfect time, doesn't get this kill, but he's able to do damage and get away.
Yeah, information as well, so there's going to be a fast rotation and it keeps 3 players over on the B side. Even though Alexi didn't get kills, it was still very important. That peak was huge. And the damage he inflicted is now being collected by Mantu and the rest of the troops. Valda spray is on point, and it's looking good for OG to now take the lead in this map. Stiko may have a couple of things to say about that one, though, in the meanwhile with his AK. But he is being fended away from Valda, and OG will take the lead, Dust. And what a turnaround this has been. It was, what, 12-7 at one point?
Absolutely, Vince. You are correct. It is kind of crazy what we've seen.
Cool turn of events for FPX. After looking great. Oh! And Nico has gone down to the hands of Stiko, and it's just so rough. Just when you start to feel like OG maybe can just accelerate towards the finish line. They do go down a player. Mantu, though, at least brings it back into even and goes one step further. Farling has been dealt the fatal blow, and he nearly gets another one. But he's pushed back by Stiko.
Yeah, he went for a little bit extra there, and if he would have gotten it, it seems like that would have been maybe one of the final nails in the coffin, but getting caught gives Phoenix a chance. But Valda looking to eradicate that big kill there, and he's even able to get back. There's nothing to stop the cross except for Sunny's AK, which will be good enough. There was no utility still in play for Pix. They had to rely on the frag, and they were able to get it, which means they will be able to get the plant. The retake going to be tough. They both have kits, and they're both coming from...
One of these players is on Banana. They can hear 2 footsteps now from 2 separate players. They know exactly where it's coming from, but that's only half the trouble. And now Stiko at the back of the site, the new box can maybe lock this one down. The pre-fire is good onto Issa. And FPX down on towards the short side, but they're not really pushing behind that. Now they're going to go with the flashbang. Stiko, the backside of Porch, gets one, but no, actually doesn't. He gets fragged. I thought he actually fragged down Zen. Instead, he gets finished off by Issa.
Oh, no. Issa's not able to get away either, though, as the problem. So the trade actually favors FPX. They did a great job cutting off the crossfire with that smoke, isolating some 2-on-1s on each side of the map, and now they reap the benefits. There is still the Opto inside pit. It's going to be Mantu. He's able to find one, but he goes down to the fire, leaving his team in a tough spot because both players that are left are the ones with the MP9s.
What a shot by Mantu. Farlig, though, comes out with a kill. Chapter, another twist, another turn have come up.
And Nothing has been settled yet, that's for sure. And as you said, OG.
They were thinking about rotating a second player away, but this is coming too late. This read is going to be huge. It's going to be massive. Alexi needs to hold the line against multiple players, and he gets a kill and a lot of damage down onto Stico. Will that be good enough, though, to remedy the situation, or is this the beginning of the end? FPX are getting more kills. The flashbang is good, and 2 players coming up. Banana lined up for Farlig, and he takes the first one down, and the second. This could be it for OG. Nico is having to somehow pull the rabbit out the hat. He's already done it once today, but under very different circumstances. He was the defender, and now he needs to be the offense. He needs to attack the site, and Farlig drills him down.